I remember the feeling like it was yesterday. The cold floor of my tiny apartment, the stack of bills on the table growing taller each day. I had a dream, a massive, burning desire to create something from nothing. People called me crazy. They said I was aiming too high. They told me to be realistic, to get a safe job, to follow the path everyone else was taking. But there was a fire inside me, a voice that refused to be silenced. It told me I was destined for more. It pushed me to ignore the doubters and listen to the whisper of my own potential. That fire is the most powerful force you will ever have. It's the fuel for your journey. That journey was anything but easy. There were days filled with rejection. Doors were slammed in my face, literally and figuratively. I made countless mistakes, some small, some that felt catastrophic at the time. I worked endless hours, fueled by cheap coffee and an unwavering belief that I could make a difference. I saw friends succeed in their stable careers while I was still struggling, still building, still fighting. It was tempting to quit. It would have been the easy choice. But I knew that true success isn't about avoiding the struggle. It's about embracing it, learning from it, and letting it forge you into someone stronger than you were before. My first breakthrough wasn't a massive explosion of success. It was a small victory, a single client who believed in my vision. That one yes was like a spark that reignited the flame. It proved to me that my dream wasn't just a fantasy. It was possible. From that small win, I built another and then another. Each step forward was a testament to the power of persistence. I learned that success is not a single event. It's a process. It's the result of thousands of small, consistent actions, each one driven by that initial fire within. It's about showing up every single day, especially on the days you don't feel like it. Today, my life looks very different. The cold apartment floor has been replaced. The stack of bills is gone. But that fire, it burns brighter than ever. I'm here to tell you that the life you dream of is not out of your reach. It doesn't matter where you start. It doesn't matter what people say. The only thing that matters is that you find that fire within yourself and protect it. You must feed it with action, with knowledge, and with an unstoppable belief in your own power. Your journey starts now, with the simple decision to listen to that voice inside you. Now let's talk about a hard truth. It's a number that scares a lot of people. It stops them before they even begin. More than 90% of all startups fail. Let that sink in for a moment. 9 out of every 10 new businesses, filled with passionate founders and brilliant ideas, will shut their doors. They will run out of money. They will lose their team. They will simply fade away into obscurity. This isn't meant to discourage you. It's meant to prepare you. Because understanding this reality is the first step toward overcoming it. You cannot win a game if you don't know the rules and the risks involved. Why do so many fail? Is it bad luck? Is it a bad economy? No. The reasons are often much more predictable and much more avoidable. Most entrepreneurs walk into the battlefield completely unprepared. They have a great idea, a product they love, but they don't understand the fundamentals of business. They ignore the market, mismanage their cash, build teams based on friendship instead of skill. They are passionate, but passion alone doesn't pay the bills. It doesn't create a sustainable business. It's the harsh truth that many learn far too late. I've seen it happen countless times. I've mentored brilliant young minds who had world-changing ideas, but they made the classic mistakes. They fell in love with their solution before they truly understood the problem. They burned through their investment capital on fancy offices, on marketing, before they had a product that people actually wanted to buy. They avoided the tough conversations and hoped for the best. Hope is not a strategy. The graveyard of failed startups is filled with hopeful founders who refuse to look at the cold, hard facts right in front of them. This is where the journey truly begins for you. It begins with a choice. You can be part of the 90%, or you can decide right here and right now to be part of the 10% who succeed. You can choose to learn from the mistakes of others. You can arm yourself with the knowledge, the strategies, the mindset required to not just survive, but to thrive. Failure is a data point. It is not your destiny. Your destiny is what you decide to build from this moment forward. So we arrive at the big question, the one that separates the dreamers from the doers. Knowing that the odds are stacked against you, what makes you think you can be different? What gives you the right to believe you can succeed where so many others have failed? This isn't a question I'm asking to create doubt. I'm asking it to ignite your resolve. The answer to this question will become the foundation of your entire entrepreneurial career. It's the core belief that will carry you through the darkest and most challenging moments. The secret isn't a secret at all. The millionaires and billionaires I know, the titans of industry, they didn't have a magic formula. They weren't just lucky. They thought differently. They acted differently. While the 90% were focused on their product, the 10% were obsessed with the customer's problem. While the majority avoided failure at all costs, the successful few embraced it as a powerful teacher. They understood that every no brought them one step closer to a yes. They saw obstacles not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to innovate and grow stronger. Think about it. Every great success story is also a story of near failure. Elon Musk faced repeated rocket explosions before SpaceX succeeded. Sarah Blakely was rejected by countless manufacturers before she created Spanx. They all faced the same odds as everyone else. The difference was their mindset. They possessed an unshakable resilience. They had a relentless commitment to learning and adapting. They didn't just have a plan, they had a deep understanding of the principles that lead to victory. They knew how to manage money, how to build winning teams, and how to stay focused under immense pressure. This is what this is all about. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to give you the playbook. I'm going to pull back the curtain and show you the exact strategies and mindset shifts that separate the wildly successful from the forgotten failures. This isn't theory. This is a battle-tested guide forged in the fires of real-world business. The question is not whether you can beat the odds. The question is whether you are willing to do what it takes. Are you ready to learn the secrets? Are you ready to commit to becoming one of the few who wins? Let's begin. The first major mistake I see entrepreneurs make is a trap that feels good. It's the trap of falling desperately in love with your own idea. You have a vision. It's brilliant. It's innovative. You are convinced it will change the world. You spend months, maybe even years, perfecting it in your mind and in your workshop. You pour every ounce of your energy into building the perfect product, adding feature after feature. You believe that if you build it, the customers will come. This is a dangerous fantasy. It's the siren's call that has led countless startups onto the rocks. The problem is, your idea means nothing if no one will pay for it. 90% who fail are product-focused. They are obsessed with their solution. 10% who succeed are market-focused. They are obsessed with the customer's problem. They don't start with an answer. They start with a question. Think of the Segway, a marvel of engineering. The inventor predicted cities redesigned around it. He made a fatal error. He built in secret, loving the invention without asking the market. At launch, people were confused. Where do you ride it? Why is it so expensive? It didn't solve a problem a bike or walking couldn't. The Segway became a novelty, not a revolution. A painful lesson, loving your idea more than your customer. Your mission? Become a detective. Investigate the market with relentless curiosity. Get out of your building. Talk to people. Ask powerful questions, then shut up and listen. What keeps them up at night? What are they trying to accomplish that is difficult, expensive, or frustrating? Find that pain point. Become an expert in their problem. Only then start thinking about a solution. Your idea must be the key that fits their lock, not a key built in isolation. The second fatal mistake is building a team that is destined to crumble under pressure. Many first-time founders make the mistake of building their company with friends or family. They choose people they like, people who are easy to get along with. It feels comfortable and safe. But a startup is not a social club. It's a high-performance team on a mission to win. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. Building your business on a foundation of friendship alone is like building a house of cards. The first strong wind, the first serious disagreement, or period of high stress, and the whole thing comes tumbling down. A winning team is not built on friendship. It's built on complementary skills and shared values. You must be brutally honest about your own weaknesses. Where are you lacking? Are you a visionary with great ideas but poor at managing details? Then you need a partner who is an operational genius, someone who lives for spreadsheets and systems. Are you great at sales but terrible at technology? You need a technical co-founder who can build a world-class product. A successful founding team is like a puzzle. Each piece is different but fits together perfectly. It's about skill, not just camaraderie. Look at the story of Apple. Steve Jobs was the visionary, the master marketer. But in the early days, he couldn't have done it without Steve Wozniak. Woz was the engineering wizard, the technical genius who could turn Jobs' grand visions into a functional, elegant machine. They were polar opposites in many ways, but their skills were perfectly complementary. One had the vision, the other had the technical prowess to bring it to life. Their partnership was the solid foundation upon which an empire was built. Before you bring anyone onto your team, ask the tough questions. Don't just ask if you like them. Ask if you respect them. Ask if they bring a critical skill to the table that you don't possess. Do they share your unwavering commitment to the mission? Are they resilient enough to handle the brutal roller coaster of startup life? Are they willing to have difficult, honest conversations for the good of the company? Building the right team is the single most important investment you will ever make. Choose wisely. Your dream depends on it. A team of A players, even with a B idea, will always beat a team of C players with an A idea. The third, and often most immediate reason startups die is simple. They run out of money. It's the business equivalent of running out of oxygen. When the cash is gone, the game is over. This isn't about being greedy. It's about being a responsible steward of your resources. So many founders are brilliant at product but naive about finance. They don't understand cash flow. They don't track their burn rate. They spend money on the wrong things. They celebrate vanity metrics while their bank account quietly bleeds out. This is the empty vault, the fatal sin. The mistake begins with a misunderstanding of what money is for. In the early days, every single dollar has one job: to help you learn. It should be spent on activities that get you closer to finding a repeatable and scalable business model. Spend it on building a minimum viable product, not on a fancy office. Spend it on talking to customers. Run small marketing experiments, not on expensive business cards, not on a flashy launch party. The founders who fail spend money to look successful. The founders who win spend money to become successful. There is a massive difference. I once mentored a young company that had just raised $1 million. They were ecstatic. They rented a huge, trendy office in the most expensive part of town. They bought designer furniture. They catered lunches every day. They flew first class to conferences. 6 months later, their money was gone. They had a beautiful office, but no product, no customers, and no business. They had confused raising money with making money. Their premature celebration led directly to their demise. They focused on appearance instead of the relentless, unglamorous work of building a real company. You must become obsessed with your financial health from day one. You need to know your numbers inside and out. What is your monthly burn rate? How much cash do you have in the bank? How many months of runway does that give you? You need to be frugal, almost painfully so. Treat every dollar as if it's your last. Challenge every expense. Ask, will this purchase help us learn something critical or get us closer to a paying customer? If the answer is no, don't spend it. Financial discipline isn't the most exciting part of being an entrepreneur, but it is the one that will keep you in the game long enough to win. Let's dismantle a dangerous myth that poisons the minds of aspiring entrepreneurs. It's the myth of the overnight success. The media loves these stories. They paint a picture of a brilliant founder who has a genius idea one day and becomes a billionaire the next. It makes for a great headline, but it is a complete and utter fantasy. This illusion creates a crippling expectation. When young founders face their first real obstacle, they think they are failing. They believe they don't have what it takes because their journey doesn't look like the fairy tale they were sold. The truth is that every overnight success you've ever heard of was years in the making. Behind every seemingly instant victory are thousands of hours of hidden work, years of struggle, rejection, relentless refinement. Think about James Dyson. People see his revolutionary vacuum cleaners and think he was an instant genius. The reality? He spent over a decade building more than 5,000 prototypes. 5,127 failures to be exact. Each one was a lesson. Each one was a step forward. He wasn't an overnight success. He was a monument to persistence. He understood that greatness isn't born in a flash of inspiration. It is forged in the fires of endless iteration and an unwavering commitment to solving the problem no matter how long it takes. This myth is harmful because it makes you focus on the wrong thing. You start chasing the outcome instead of embracing the process. Success is not a destination you arrive at. It is the person you become along the way. The journey is what builds the character, the resilience, and the wisdom required to handle success when it finally arrives. If you were handed a billion-dollar company tomorrow, you wouldn't know how to run it. You would likely destroy it. Erase overnight success from your vocabulary. Replace it with a commitment to daily progress. Don't measure your success by how close you are to the finish line. Measure it by the small, consistent actions you take every single day. Did you learn something new today? Did you talk to a customer? Did you improve your product even by just 1%? Did you face a fear and act anyway? This is the true path. It's not as glamorous as the myth, but it is real and sustainable. The real winners know that success is a marathon, not a sprint. Now we must talk about the one thing most people spend their entire lives trying to avoid: failure. From a young age, we're taught that failure is bad. We're graded on our successes and punished for our mistakes. This creates a deep-seated fear that, honestly, just paralyzes potential. Founders become so afraid of making a wrong move that they end up making no move at all. They play it safe. And, in the fast-moving world of business, playing it safe is actually the most dangerous thing you can do. You have to fundamentally reframe your relationship with failure. You need to stop seeing it as an enemy and start seeing it as your most powerful and honest teacher. Think about Elon Musk and SpaceX. His goal was audacious: to build reusable rockets that could dramatically lower the cost of space travel. His early attempts were, spectacular failures. Rockets would explode on the launch pad or moments after liftoff. The media called him a fool. Experts said it was impossible, but what did Musk do? He didn't see these explosions as failures. He saw them as expensive, but incredibly valuable data-gathering exercises. Each explosion taught his team something new about physics, materials, and engineering. He famously said, "Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough." Failure is feedback. It's the market, or the laws of physics, giving you a brutally honest assessment of your current approach. It's telling you, this isn't working, try something else. The 90% who fail take this feedback personally. Their ego gets bruised, they get discouraged, and they quit. The 10% who win are different. They separate their identity from their results. They get curious. They ask, what can I learn from this? What was the flawed assumption? How can we use this information to build a better strategy? They understand that every no, every failed experiment, every setback is a gift. It's a piece of the puzzle that gets them closer to the ultimate solution. Your challenge is to actively seek out failure, especially in the early stages. You need to create a culture of experimentation where mistakes are not just tolerated, but encouraged as a sign of progress. Test your riskiest assumptions first. Run small, cheap experiments to see what works and what doesn't. The faster you can fail, the faster you can learn. The faster you learn, the faster you can adapt your strategy and find the path that leads to success. So stop fearing failure. Start seeing it for what it is: a compass, a guide, a gift that points you in the direction of your breakthrough. Embrace it, learn from it, and you will become unstoppable. Ultimately, the difference between a startup that crashes and one that soars comes down to one thing: the mindset of the founder. Your business is a reflection of you. If you are fragile, if you are easily discouraged, if you lack resilience, your business will be the same. If you are strong, if you're adaptable, if you possess an unwavering belief in your mission, your business will reflect that strength. You can have the best idea in the world. You can have a brilliant team. You can have unlimited funding. But if your mindset is weak, you will find a way to fail. Forging an unbreakable mind is not optional. It's the most critical work you will ever do as an entrepreneur. It is the foundation upon which all success is built. Look at the story of Oprah Winfrey. Her early life was filled with unimaginable hardship and trauma. She was fired from her job as a news anchor and told she was unfit for TV. Imagine the weight of that rejection. For most people, that would have been the end. But Oprah's mindset was different. She refused to let someone else's opinion define her. She used that pain and rejection as fuel. This unbreakable mindset is built on two core pillars: a powerful vision and radical personal responsibility. First, your vision, your why, must be so compelling it pulls you through the pain. If your only answer is to get rich, you'll quit when things get hard. Your reason must be bigger than yourself. Solving a problem you care deeply about. Serving a group of people you want to help. Creating a change you want to see in the world. Second, take 100% responsibility for everything in your business. No excuses. No blaming the market. No blaming the economy. No blaming your competitors. If a product launch fails, it's on you. If your team is underperforming, it's on you. If you run out of cash, it's on you. This isn't about being hard on yourself. It's about empowerment. You reclaim the power to change the situation. You stop being a victim and become the creator of your destiny. This fusion of vision and radical responsibility forges a leader who is truly unbreakable. We've talked about the danger of building a weak team. Now let's talk about how to build a championship team. The first rule is simple. A players want to work with other A players. Talent attracts talent. If you compromise on your first few hires, you start a death spiral. Steve Jobs was legendary for this. He was obsessed with talent. He believed a small team of A-plus players could run circles around a giant team of B and C players. He knew the team wasn't part of the business. The team was the business. Sell the mission, not just the job. The salary gets them in the door, but the mission makes them stay. Once you have them, you must empower them. Give them clear goals, give them the resources they need, then trust them to deliver. Find a hair-on-fire problem. Imagine someone's hair is literally on fire. They're desperately seeking a solution. They'll pay anything to put the fire out. A nice-to-have product is a vitamin. A must-have product is a painkiller. Be in the painkiller business. Before Uber, getting a taxi was a nightmare. It was a painkiller, and people adopted it instantly. Become a world-class listener. Stop pitching, start asking questions, then listen for emotion. That's where the gold is. One of the most essential skills you must master is the art of the pivot. A pivot is not failure. It's a strategic change in direction based on what you have learned. Think of Slack. It didn't start that way. The company was building a video game. The game was a failure. They realized nobody wanted the game, but the messaging tool was powerful. That pivot turned a failed gaming company into a multi-billion-dollar enterprise. The art of the pivot requires you to be married to the problem, but only dating the solution. No great success is ever achieved alone. Finding a great mentor is like getting a map for a treacherous jungle. Mark Zuckerberg, mentored by Steve Jobs. Bill Gates, mentored by Warren Buffett. Oprah Winfrey, mentored by Maya Angelou. These titans understood the immense value of a trusted advisor. Provide value first. Show you're a racehorse worth betting on. Be mentored by the books you read, by the podcasts you listen to. Stand on the shoulders of giants. We have covered a tremendous amount of ground. This is your personal playbook for success. The journey from this moment forward is about execution. All the knowledge, all the strategies mean nothing without one final critical ingredient: action. The world does not reward thinkers, it rewards doers. It's time to turn that whisper into a roar. It's time to stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment does not exist. The perfect moment is now. The path to $1 million or $1 billion does not start with a giant leap. It starts with a single, decisive step. Take that step now. Your future is unwritten. Go out there and write a masterpiece. Your time is now.